Hello again and welcome back to another one. And while the internet continues to react to the latest from Game, some are now asking the right questions, including rappers like Nicki Facts about where the Eminem disrespect stems from, and it just happens that a report was just around the corner to set things straight. That also implicates legacy hip-hop media, and we'll get to more on this in a bit. We also have more on the long-awaited Eminem and Snoop Dogg collaboration that Snoop previously described as challenging, and it looks like we have another date to look forward to. That's if it doesn't get postponed again. And we'll start with this from Royce a few hours ago that shows how much fans are on the edge right now. Royce shared this on IG with the caption, "My dog," that's already sparked reactions like "Bad beats evil too, the people need it," and more along these lines. My dogs gotta be in the studio together for a track like Fastlane, top 3 best back and forth tracks of all time. And for some context, a few days ago, Royce said he was gonna meet up with Eminem to listen to what he's been working on, hence these reactions, though there's no way to know if the meeting has actually happened, but the timing's interesting nonetheless. And moving on, though Snoop revealed back in late 2021 that Mount Westmore's album would drop in January, it later changed to first quarter of 2022 and then 4/20. And a few hours ago, Snoop shared this on IG, June 7th, "The wait is over. Bad MFers Mount Westmore." But for some, they'll only believe it when it finally drops. Check it out. I don't know, I don't trust their release date cause the last one was also official, but they didn't drop nothing at all, skull emoji. And on a side note, there's some irony in this situation because in quotes, insiders get destroyed for putting out info that doesn't check out, but what do you do when the info is from the primary source and it fails to check out? This is from Snoop's IG, so we wait and see, but some have warned, it is Snoop, maybe it's an NFT album, loudly crying emojis.
Wait, what?
And moving on to the next point today, I believe this sets the tone for the rest of the video. You can feel however you want, that doesn't mean it's facts. Like we covered in the last video, the Game already got exposed for claiming that they didn't put money behind him when he got nearly every top name in hip-hop to work on his debut album, from Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent to Timbaland, and some have expanded on this latest drama. The Game gotta realize Eminem's a different caliber of an MC. When M wants to be creative and turn that switch on, his pen is just unmatched. Yeah, he may not make music for the streets, but that's besides the point. When it comes to overall creativity, he been different. I believe the Game is well aware of that, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You know if you've been keeping up with the reports, and this is a more accurate depiction of what's actually going on. Crazy to me how the Game is using a made-up beef with Eminem for his album rollout, loudly crying emojis. And check this out from Nicki Facts that connects to our next point. Eminem Slander been increasing lately. This era is so wild, B. And this post was met with more Eminem slander as expected. We even got a classic. Maybe they don't relate to the, in quotes, kill my mother, wife, dissing pop bands, etc. content. You mean the same folks who listen to rap songs about slanging dope and shooting up the ops while flying private and eating caviar on toast? Hence it had to be said, a lot of these kids can't relate to none of the music they listen to though. Jay-Z be rapping about stocks, while listeners be investing in V-Bucks. But jokes aside, based on the research on this channel, a lot of Eminem slander also comes from rap media's coverage of Eminem. Just a few days ago, it was Rap Caviar leaving out Eminem from the, in quotes, Mount Rapmore of the 2000s, when Eminem was so far ahead of anyone in the 2000s. And here's a fun fact, even in the 2010s, based on objective data, Eminem would be on the, in quotes, Mount Rapmore. First Drake, then Eminem. He actually moved more albums and song units than Drake in the 2010s. And speaking on rap media's involvement in the Eminem slander, we have another one to address. The narrative that Eminem's music has aged badly. Complex, for instance, took part in this buffoonery. The article that's factually incorrect is still up as we speak. But a new report shows that in actuality, the take Eminem's music aged badly has in itself aged like milk. Based on Billboard's 2000s Artist of the Decade, the report goes in depth to show how they are performing on Spotify that only took off in the late 2010s, an accurate measure of whose music is still actively sorted today. Another chapter of, in quotes, Eminem's music has not aged well, top artists of the 2000s and their Spotify stats. Eminem pretty much saying,
Mind the gap.
But when people read articles from legacy hip-hop media on how Eminem's music did not age well, you now get an idea of the contributing factors to the Eminem slander today, don't ya? They are meant to inform, but they would rather join the circus. I wonder why that is. In response to Mickey Facts, for instance, some suggested that the slander is because E overrated as F. MF was be saying he better than Hov and Nas need to be drug tested. These are two rappers that Eminem has outperformed on the track, my opinion of course, and as objective data would show, based on internet takes, it's more fitting to say Jay-Z is the overrated one as the numbers don't match up. Hey, I'm just interpreting the data, take it up with music listeners. Based on trends on streaming platforms, I deduce that Eminem's outstreamed Jay-Z even on Tidal. But over to you guys, share your thoughts below, like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and see you on the next one.